years where you can't put your vest away. Not enough away from straight. Yeah.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming up in just the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And let us talk, guys, about DeAndre Jordan. Incredible player, but if this game comes down to the wire, we might see the hacka, and I know you have some thoughts on this, big fella. And you don't even like us to call it the hack-a-shack.
Yeah, because it didn't work. It definitely didn't work for me. So whoever they're hacking, call it them. We all know that free throws are part of the game, and it's a viable strategy. He has improved on his free throws, but he is a liability in late-game situations. But as long as he hits them when he needs to hit them, he'll be okay. He has to hit at least one.
Well, I think, if you're a dominant player like Shaq was, then the hack-a-shack doesn't work because he was so dominant in other areas. But certain guys, DeAndre now is starting to be dominant in other areas, so it's starting not to work as well. He's starting to increase his play and his scoring ability and his defense. So now the hacker Jordan doesn't have the same impact.
That'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thank you so much for joining us.
We've got NBA California, the home of the Warriors, live on 2K Sports. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. And it's the Warriors to start out. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Jordan is out there with Luke Mbah-a-Moute, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. Now here's Redick. Over in the corner, Paul. And a miss there on the triple. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
And the wide-open shot from Redick. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Mbah-a-Moute's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Clippers. Curry dishes to Green. Outside for Curry. Lets the 3 fly. That's good.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
Now Thompson. Jeff Green missing from long range. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
He talked about the impact of opposing big man Andrew Bogut, saying there just aren't that many 7-footers with his kind of game. A great interior defender first and foremost. We can't get tunnel vision when we attack the rim. He's got size and strength, and we can't allow him to bully us for offensive rebounds. Let's see if they can keep Bogut from having a big game, guys.
And thank you for that, Doris. Jordan kicks to Redick. Thompson comes with the double team. 6 to shoot. Feeds to Redick. Launches a 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Redick's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of the game.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Baseline jumper, and Green gets it to go.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Bogut. Thompson outside. Again, Golden State.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
And Redick kicks to Mbah a Moute from 12 feet out. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. The Warriors leading.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams.
And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Ian Clark subbed in for Klay Thompson. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Los Angeles. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And Curry, here we go. Great D that time from Green. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Johnson, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Some changes for Golden State. Farajao comes in for Draymond Green, and it's Livingston in for Curry. And then for the Clippers, Aldridge comes in for Green, and it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump. Mark the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 1:51 left in the first. That one a little long.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. You know, and getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Prigioni's checked in. It's stolen. Here's Rivers. No good. And Golden State will come the other way.
You know, on the topic of Wesley Johnson, I remember him in college. I remember the guy who took over games and even showed a certain toughness when he did it. He hasn't gotten to that point here in the pros, so he may soon be entering a crossroads in his career.
Now here's Rivers, looking for his first basket still in this one.
Well, the effort was there, but he just hit his way through traffic.
Here's Rush, and it's good from the elbow.
Wow, he was just wide open. Anything short of a granite wall is not going to be enough to stop him from getting to the 10.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Here's Crawford, following the score by Golden State. From outside the arc, that's good from Johnson on the assist by Prigioni. That's 7 points for Johnson.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
It's Rush outside. Shot is off. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. The Clippers on top, up by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans.
think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball. And obviously that's a polarizing topic for some people. They like me, some people don't like me. But I take a lot of pride in the fact that I went to school there, I got to play there.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
And listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and having gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kevin. I think it's about where he's going, what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Redick and Crawford, the sharpshooters outside. Green is out there with Jordan. And it's Paul in at the one spot.
And obviously, Chris Paul is one of the most highly recognized players in the game. High school All-American, college All-American, NBA Rookie of the Year. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Jordan. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Misses off the left iron. LA's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Crawford left side. Rebound Bogut. Highly decorated Chris Paul, multiple NBA all-team selections, all defensive team selections. No MVP yet. It's probably right around the corner, though, for him.
Yeah. You know what? He's only worried about one thing, though, and that's hoisting that Larry O'Brien championship trophy at some point in his career.
And he gets it to go.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. And is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Klay Thompson. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Mbah a Moute's checked in for the Clippers. Jordan the screen. Pass to Mbah a Moute. And again, no good by the Clippers. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
Now here is Barbosa. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Here's Curry with the 3, and he gets it back. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket. But this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And, guys, that's lucky #7 already in this game.
Now here's Paul. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Redick inside the line. And the shot falls short this time.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Bogut the pass to Curry. Back to Bogut. Barnes dishes to Bogut. The 3. Chris Paul grabs the miss. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
And with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Green. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Barnes. And Ian Clark subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. Now here's Curry. 8 points for him. Mbah a Moute pulls it in.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
Outside Curry. Goes up on the hot. And there's Varejão. That's good on the